Dear all, welcome to this new episode of CATIA Talk for Construction. This time we are going to welcome Tmoibé, Digbandjoa, our new CATIA Construction Roles Portfolio Manager, and Jonathan Asher, the CATIA Construction Sales Director, for an episode on what's new for the release of FD02. This CATIA Talk will be held here in the post where you are right now in the buildings and infrastructure community, but also you can be on our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn page on CATIA. So don't hesitate to rewatch our episode. Don't hesitate to forward it to your business ecosystem. And we wish you an excellent day. I let the floor to our two presenters.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Cyril. I am Jonathan Asher. I'm here today with Tmoibé, the new CATIA Construction Roles Portfolio Manager. And we're going to talk about what's new in 24X FD02 and the incredible building and infrastructure civil engineering roles from the CATIA Construction Organization. So Tmoibé, with no delay, I'll hand it over to you to talk about what's new in 24X FD02.
Thank you, Jonathan. So before going deeper in our topic, let's remind our user how to find the video asset for the what's new for the 24X FD02. So first, in our trade experience platform users community, you will have a post which will lead you to a link to the wiki to discover the what's new assets. Now, when you go to the trade experience industry and in the innocent role, you will find all the links to all our products. And for the CATIA construction, let me just highlight the building design engineer, building designer, the civil designer, civil engineer, and the virtual construction engineer role, which I have innocent. Now, we can go to the building design engineer and see what's new for the FD02. So the first function that I will highlight for you is the room command. So the generate room, which is a function which will create a volume representing the room of closed area. In this example, the user is selecting walls and the slabs, and when using the function, it will generate the room and also in the tree at the left, as you can see. And with the beam attribute command, the user can retrieve the perimeter and the area, and also the volume of the rooms that are generated. A new enhancement will be on the publish for change-ready user interface, which was enhanced with the capability to modify many elements at the same time. In this example, we are changing 4 walls at one time. Next, enhancements will focus on the rebar. Now, when you are generating a rebar, the XY plane on which direction the pattern will generate the rebar will not be displayed. There is the enhancement on the performance parameters dialog. So now in this example, the user wants to display the length of the rebar layer. So with this values that the user is put in the name format, now you will see the length of the rebar layer displaying now in the view. Now there is a new enhancement, which is the capability to select the sub-elements. Now in this example, the user is generating a rebar in strap mode. Now it is activating the sub-element selection, which will allow the user to generate the pattern of the layer according to an extract he has done before by selecting a sub-element. A sub-element can be an edge on or the edge of a rebar layer. A new function is the adding of couplers. Couplers is some elements that we use to join two layer with a connection piece. And when the user use the function, he can select an object type, which representing the coupler. And let me just pause the video at this side. As you can see, the coupler was generated and now is linking to a layer of rebar. A new enhancement is the capability to gather to preserve the alignment of the exposed feature with the change LOD command. Is now when the feature is modified, the exposed feature will also follow the modification when the model is updated. So in this example, we modify the elevation of the elements, and now when the update is run, if they change LOD command, you will the information that there is a modification that have done. With the synchronization, when the process is done, you will see that all the exposed feature will come back to the place of the previous element. So that's it for the building design engineer. Now we will move to the civil engineer role. But before going to the civil engineer role, Jonathan, do you have something to complete? Maybe I forget something.
No, other than I think it's exciting to see the latest enhancements, especially around rebar and the new rooms. I think the new rooms are going to be very helpful for those that are working in modeling buildings.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now let's move to the civil engineer role. So the first enhancement is that the horizontal alignment initialization dialog was a little bit modified. And now we introduce a new tree organization for the alignment network, which will allow user in the future to draw many horizontal elements in the same sketch. So now you will have a quicker 3D alignment creation when a vertical and a horizontal alignment exist. So in this example, you have the vertical alignment, and when the vertical alignment is complete, you will automatically have the quicker the 3D alignment generation. So as you can see in this tree. Now the next enhancement is the slope protection, is the capability to select a material to apply to a slope or berm in the slope protection command. So in this example, we are applying some asphalt, geocell, and grass on the slope protection. And now after generation, you will see that you have the material that we selected. So the green part, so now you have the fillings and the excavation volume that is playing in yellow and blue. And with the new command, we can show the slope protection materials, and now you can see that we have some grass, asphalt, and geocell. And also we can retrieve the quantity, the area of this slope protection using the beam attribute command. Like this. So the next investment, it will be for the rebar investment that we mentioned before. As you know, the civil and the building use rebars. So all the rebar investment that we have before in the building design engineer role are also available in the civil engineer role. So this one is a reinforcement parameter dialog. It's sub-element selection. And also the coupler command.
That looks really great, Tmoibé.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And I thought I would just add, it's really exciting to see what's happening with the road and rail alignment design improvements. And I'm very excited to see what's coming in the next FD release related to alignments and the material application for the cross-section design. That's also going to be really great for speeding up and accelerating visualization as well for these larger linear infrastructure projects. Now, to talk a little bit about visual scripting and the visual scripting designer role, I know this isn't a part of the CATIA construction role portfolio, but I thought I would highlight two really impressive or incredible enhancements that have come. If you'd like any more detail, I recommend you check out the community. Edward Soot has made a really great overview, and I'll thank him for these videos. Just to talk very briefly about the two enhancements. This first one, you can roll the video, is visualization instance. And this is to really improve performance of really large models when you have massive amounts of geometry that you need to compute. What this does is it's working purely with visualization feature, the visualization of the feature. So it's replicating triangles and creating the visualization of the geometry, not the actual parametric geometry. So it's really going to help improve performance for very large models, especially with crazy amounts of information. Like you see this little grass, the model of grass here. So that's the first example, the first video, or the first enhancement. Edward made a great video, or a great example here with a brick wall. Something that shows how adapted and how adaptable visual scripting can be for the building or infrastructure industries. So skip this. And I do also want to say that these visual scripts design sequences can now be embedded in object types. So this wall graph could be included in an object type and used to and instantiated into a model with our native building modeling functionality. Okay, so there's visualization. The second one is advanced nesting. So this has been a very highly anticipated enhancement coming. I will say that this new nesting capabilities is only available to roles that include the engineering rules capture application. So if you're using the building design engineer or the civil engineer or the building and civil fluid engineer or the building and civil electrical engineer, you should have access to this advanced nesting capabilities. If you're using the building designer or the civil designer, you will not, because those two roles do not have the engineering rules capture application. But with this new nesting capabilities, there's a number of new nodes that have been delivered to greatly enhance the type of nesting that you can do either in 3D or in 2D, and the control of the nesting algorithm that's running in the background. So for those of you who are integrating nesting into your workflows, this is a great new enhancement, and I highly recommend you take a look at it. But again, you're restricted to unlocking this new capabilities with any role that includes the engineering rules capture applications. So those are the two key enhancements. Again, if you want more information, check out the webinar from Edward Such. It's on the X Generative Design and Visual Scripting community. And with that, Tmoibé FD02 was a great release. I'm excited to see what's coming in the next releases of 24x and in the future with 25x and beyond. Anything to add?
Thank you, Jonathan, for your presentation. It was a pleasure for this presentation. This is my first, and I hope there is a lot to come. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Great. Thank you very much, Tmoibé, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.